In this English lesson, I wanted to help you learn the English phrase, "That's fine with me." This is a phrase we use when we are saying that something is okay with us. If my son was to say to me, "Dad, I want to go out with my friends tonight, is that okay?" I could say, "That's fine with me." It basically means that that's okay with me if he does that. I won't be bothered if he does that. That's fine with me. He can totally go out and see his friends tonight. Actually, he can't because there's COVID, but if this was a normal world right now and my son wanted to go out with his friends, I could say, "Hey, that's fine with me, go ahead." The other phrase I wanted to teach you today is the phrase, "I'm fine with that," which means exactly the same thing. If you don't mind having cats run by in the background when I'm doing lessons, I'm fine with that too. It basically means that that's okay with me, it doesn't bother me, I'm fine with that. That wasn't the exact example I was going to give. I was going to use the same example as before. I could say, if my son asked if he could go hang out with his friends, I could say, "Hey, I'm fine with that, no problem." I could also say, "That's fine with me," and it would mean exactly the same thing. So I don't know if I need to review these phrases now, but let's do it anyways. If I say to someone, "That's fine with me," it means that it doesn't bother me. It means that I'm okay if they do something. It's totally fine with me. At work, someone could say, "Do you mind if I use your chair while you're teaching in your classroom?" I would say, "That's fine with me." If someone came to the room and said, "Can we take 3 desks out of your room?" I could say, "Oh, that's fine with me." Or I could say, "Yeah, I'm fine with that, no problem." So basically, it just means that you're okay with something someone else is doing. But hey, let's look at a comment from a previous video. I actually forget who this comment's from. I put it in my pocket earlier today. This comment is from Xavier. "Roughly a month ago, I took up learning how to brew coffee. I would never have thought that brewing good coffee could be so hard, and sometimes I think of quitting and just drinking bitter coffee again." So that's Xavier's talking about from the lesson where we looked at to take something up, which means to start doing something. My response was, I'm actually experimenting with drinking tea instead of coffee. So far, so good. So thanks, Xavier, for that comment. Yes, there are some really cool ways to make really good coffee, and there's some easy ways to make really not so good coffee, or coffee that's a little bit bitter. I've made a couple changes lately in my diet. I've actually stopped drinking coffee and I started drinking tea in the morning. I don't know why, I just thought I would make a change. Tea maybe is a bit better. I've actually cut sugar out of my diet, so I don't add sugar to anything. I'm just trying that for a bit. We'll see where it goes. But I've been drinking tea more because I like tea without sugar better than coffee without sugar. So I've been drinking tea a bit more. And then, Jen and I decided that we needed to be healthier. We already are quite healthy. We are very active people. And I think we were eating fairly healthy food. But my weight was slowly creeping up every winter. And then throughout the summer, because Jen and I do a lot of really physical activity on the farm, my weight would go down again. So I thought I would try to get in good shape before the farming season started, a little bit different. Instead of letting the hard farm work help me get into shape, I decided I need to lose a few pounds. I know we use kilograms in Canada, but we still talk about pounds when we talk about weight. I needed to lose a few pounds, so I'm working hard on that. I think it's going well. I have more energy. I'm eating less food, I'm eating better food, but I have way more energy now. It's kind of interesting. You would maybe have expected the opposite. Anyways, Bob the Canadian here. Hope you're having a good day. I'll see you in a couple days with another short English lesson.